Hello, this is Joe at VaultSync Solutions, CEO and inventor of GDBS. Let me ask you something. When you use a piece of software such as this, who does the computation? The simulation, the modeling and analysis? Where does that work really happen? I'll tell you, it happens on a server in the cloud on somebody else's machine, and you have to pay for it every single time. And what if I told you that we've eliminated that entirely? That's what our solution does. The industry has accepted what that is as normal. You got a computation problem? You send the data to your farm. Got a computation problem? Send it to the cloud. Got a computation problem? Use the clustering supercomputer. And every single time you're burning through GPU cycles, racking up the costs, and sending back a result that may be an approximation, not the exact answer, which is really just saying, I got an expensive guess back from that. So what do? Well, you run it again, and it's a little bit different because it does have inbound errors. It's not exact, and it might be with an approximation as well. And you don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. And here's the thing: precision matters when you're dealing with things that are impacting people's lives. When you're talking about nuclear physicists, when you're talking about nuclear physics, when you're talking about uh, chemical molecular binding and chains and talking about precision of launching people into space using whatever from NASA or from a multitude of other precision mechanical astrophysics and cosmology, if you get those numbers wrong, somebody's going to lose their life. Our goal is to provide instantaneous results directly to the individual because the individual deserves the truth and deserves the information as fast as possible from their machine, not with a cluster, not with a cloud, not with a server, not with anybody, and be able to run that as many times as necessary in order to verify the precision. Now, that other systems, they may work for video games, but it doesn't work for people's lives. So we do take a different approach. So instead of brute forcing with raw processing power, GDBS represents information as a geometry, the shapes of it, and those relationships between those shapes, so that the structures themselves have built-in mathematical processes that we can use directly, and we do. So I want you to think of it this way. Instead of crunching a billion numbers to figure out what a bridge does under load, what if the structure of the data itself was already containing the answer? What if the math wasn't something you applied to the problem? It was the problem. That was literally our case when we walked into this. The structure is the solution. So what does it make it different? Well, first, it runs in your browser. We can all see that. It's not running on a cloud. It's not running in a server. It's not running against clusters. It literally runs on your machine, on your browser with full computation right there using a technology. That technology is WebAssembly. That means your data doesn't leave your device. There's no subscription to a supercomputer or a cluster computer or someone else's machine. No latency waiting for a round trip. It is literally right in front of you. Second, our precision, not approximation. The methods we use do not introduce any drift. We don't put our own inside of it. The calculations are exact. They don't accumulate any errors over time. So when we give you an answer, it's the answer. We validate this across dozens of domains with results that match or beat published benchmarks. And we do it without tuning anything. We do it without injecting parameters. That means we have no free parameters. Nothing you adjust will make the answer look right because it's not. It's either it's right because the math is right or it's wrong because it's wrong. Third, we can scale. We're not talking about a calculator. GDBS covers over 20 distinct domains and hundreds of validated modules on one platform. One, browser native, and it performs on anything that can run a browser. That's a phone, that's a tablet, that's a computer, that's a desktop, whatever the case may be. You can run this. You can even run this on those same clusters should you want to. So, why does it matter? And why should you care? Well, if you're a researcher, you can validate results on your laptop instead of waiting for cluster time. If you're in the industry, it means computation moves from a line item on your cloud bill to a capability embedded in the product. If you're in the defense or government, this means sensitive computation stays on the device. There's no exfiltration risk. There's no third-party dependency. And if you're just somebody who thinks software should give you the right answer instead of a pretty good answer, welcome. That's what we're here for. And that's what we built this for. So in closing, I really do want to say GDBS is built by VaultSync Solutions. We are a deep tech company, and this is our flagship platform. If you want to see what a browser native precision computation actually looks like, follow this channel. Go to our website, www.getvaultsync.com. If you want to look at GDBS, gdbs.getvaultsync.com. We have 3 days that we give away for free. Once those 3 days are up, you can sign up to one of our platforms. Subscribe. We'll see you later. Again, getvaultsync.com. VaultSync Solutions is the name of the company. And I'm Joe Garrett. Thanks for watching. You have a fantastic day.